A while back, the US government put up a website, and at some point somebody decided to scrub some sensitive info off of it. Grant details, ID numbers, the kind of thing you don't want floating around. They took it down. You'd load the page and it was gone. Except it wasn't gone. It was still sitting right there inside the website. Invisible on the actual page, but fully readable in plain text if you knew the 10-second trick to peek behind the curtain. Reporters at the New York Times found it just hanging out. Data the government thought it had deleted, still there for days. And here's why I'm telling you this. That wasn't some genius hack. Nobody broke in. Nobody cracked the password. It was a mistake. A specific, boring, incredibly common mistake. And that same mistake is hiding inside thousands of websites and apps you use every single week. Maybe one you signed up for right this morning. So let me show you the trick, and then let me show you how the mistake happens, because once you see it, you'll be peeking around behind the curtains on every site you visit. Here's the trick. On almost any website, you can right-click and hit View Page Source. And what pops up is the raw stuff the site actually sent to your computer, the real cargo, before your browser wraps it up nice and pretty. Most of it's boring, but every now and then, something's in there that was absolutely not supposed to leave the building. To understand how secrets end up in that pile, you need one simple idea, and it's genuinely simple. Stick with me. Every app has two kinds of keys. There's public keys, stuff that's meant to be seen, like the address of a store. You're supposed to know where that store is. And then there's secret keys, the ones that can charge your credit card, drain an account, unlock the entire database. Those are like the keys to the store's safe. So the whole disaster we're talking about is one thing: a secret key accidentally ending up out front, taped to the window instead of locked in the back. And there are three ways it happens. Way number one, the label mix-up. A ton of modern apps are built with a tool where if you want something to be public, you literally put the word public in front of its name. That's the signal. You're telling the app, hey, this one's fine for everybody to see. Ship it out front. Now, picture a builder, maybe a solo founder, maybe someone who just learned to code last month. They've got a secret key, and for some annoying reason, it's not working in their app. It keeps coming up blank. So they Google it, and they find this, just add the word public tip. They try it. It works. The blank goes away. But the reason it works is that they just slapped a public label on their secret key and shipped it out the window. It stopped being blank because now the whole internet can see it, including them. And a few days later, some bot that crawls the web all day looking for exactly this finds their key and starts running up a bill on their account. It's the equivalent of writing your safe combinations on a sticky note because you kept forgetting it and sticking the note on the front door. Technically, yes, you'll never forget it again, but everyone else also knows about it. Way number two, the clingy roommate. This one's sneakier because the builder did nothing obviously wrong. In these apps, the code is split into two areas: a private backroom that only the app's own servers see, and a public front area that gets sent to every visitor. And here's the catch that gets people. The moment something in the public front area reaches into the backroom to grab one thing, the whole box that thing was sitting in comes along with it. Everything in the box, even the stuff nobody asked for. So a builder's got a box in the back that has a charge the customer's card tool in, and sitting right next to it, the secret key that makes that tool work. Over in the public area, they grab just the tool. They never touch the key. Doesn't matter. The key was in the same box, so the key comes along with it, right out the front window as a stowaway. It's like asking your roommate to grab your jacket on the way out, and they show up at the party holding your jacket, your passport, your tax return, and your spare apartment key, and dump all of it on the table. You wanted the jacket, but everything else came because it was hanging in the same closet. Way number 3, the whole wallet. This is the one that got the government website. This is a sneaky one too, the one even experienced builders miss, and it's exactly what happened in that story at the start. Constantly, an app grabs some information in the back room and hands it to the front to be displayed. Super normal. Say it pulls up a user and that user's info includes their name and photo, sure, but also their scrambled password and private access token, all bundled together. And the app hands the whole bundle to the little component up front that shows just the name. Only the name gets displayed. Great, right? No, because the app takes everything it was handed, the entire bundle, and tucks it into the page cargo. Not just the name it showed you. All of it. The password, the token, sitting in the raw source, readable by anyone who does the right click trick. Same energy as the passport thing. You ask someone to read your name of your ID out loud, but to do it, you handed them your entire wallet, and they photocopied every card in it and left the copies on the table. That's the government website mistake. Somebody removed the sensitive data from the visible page, but it was still riding along in the cargo underneath, because it got handed to the front once and nobody actually stripped it out. Delete it from the page all you want, it's still in the shipment. Okay, so that's how the internet's most boring disaster actually works. If you don't build apps, congratulations, you now have a genuinely fun party trick. Right click, view source, and go poke around your favorite sites. You'll never look at a web page the same way again. But if you do build stuff, especially if you've been vibe coding apps lately, I need to talk to you directly for a second, because those AI tools make all 3 mistakes constant, and they do it silently. No error, no warning, everything looks like it works. And you didn't write the code line by line, so you're not going to catch it by reading it. You can do a quick manual check, view source your own pages, search for your keys before you ship. Do that, it catches the obvious one, but the clingy roommate leak and the whole wallet leak, those hide across a bunch of different files. To catch those by hand, you'd have to trace every connection through your entire codebase. Every time you make a change. Nobody does that. It's not laziness. It's just not a thing a human can keep up with. That's the whole reason GuardLayer exists. It's a scanner built for exactly this kind of app, and it does the tracing for you. Every time you push new code, it follows your secrets around and catches all 3 of these leaks before they ever ship out the window. Every time you push new code, it follows your secrets around and catches all 3 of these leaks and tells you the exact fix in plain language right where you're working. And it's free to try. No sign up, no card. You point it at your code and in a few seconds it tells you what's actually sitting in your shipment right now. Fair warning, it usually finds something, but that's kind of the point. Oh, and one last thing, because it matters. If you ever do find a secret that leaked, fixing the code isn't enough. Once a key has been out in the open, even for a minute, treat it as burned. It's in old versions, caches everywhere. So you go kill that key and generate a fresh one right away. Deleting the leak stops the bleeding. Replacing the key is what actually closes the wound. So go do a 10-second trick on your own site or your favorite site or on that site that your friend swears is totally secure.